Hey there, green thumbs. Have you ever walked through your garden in winter and thought, it's so quiet, almost sad? Well, don't be fooled. Underneath that blanket of snow, something magical is happening. Winter may seem like a time for garden hibernation, but it's actually the secret weapon for a chemical-free, flourishing spring garden. Imagine juicy tomatoes bursting with flavor, crisp lettuce begging to be picked, and vibrant flowers attracting buzzing pollinators. That's the promise of a well-prepped winter garden. We're talking organic gardening, folks. Healthier for your plants, your family, and our precious planet. So grab your gardening gloves, a mug of hot cocoa, and let's unlock the secrets of the ultimate winter garden prep. Now, you might be thinking, winter? Isn't that when everything is frozen solid? Well, that's where Mother Nature's magic comes in. Winter provides the perfect conditions for natural processes to work their wonders on your soil. Think of it as giving your garden a well-deserved spa treatment. While those plants are taking a break, the cold temperatures help break down organic matter, improving soil structure. Those beneficial microbes, they're hard at work, releasing nutrients and creating a healthy environment for your plants to thrive. Winter gives those natural amendments like compost and cover crops ample time to work their magic, transforming your soil into a nutrient-rich haven. This, my friends, is the foundation for a truly thriving, chemical-free spring garden. Okay, fellow garden enthusiasts, let's talk about why we don't abandon our gardens in winter. Winter is our prep time, our chance to get everything ready for spring's grand baking extravaganza. Remember those amazing tomatoes and crisp lettuce we dreamed of earlier? Well, it all starts now. By prepping our gardens in winter, we're giving ourselves a head start. Trust me, your future self will be thanking you come springtime. Now, let's get down to business. The heart of any healthy garden starts with healthy soil. But how do we know what our soil needs? Easy. We learn its language. Soil is like a giant complex creature with its own personality. It needs the right food, the right pH balance, and nutrients. A simple soil test can tell us everything we need to know. They'll send you a report card on your soil's health. Once we understand what our soil needs, we can give it exactly what it craves. Now, here's a secret weapon for organic gardening success. Patience. We're not talking about instant gratification here. We're talking about the beauty of slow, natural processes working their magic. Remember that spa treatment we talked about earlier? Well, good things take time. Think of it like this. Would you rush a masterpiece painting? Of course not. You'd let each layer dry, carefully blend the colors, and allow the artwork to evolve over time. Our gardens are the same way. By prepping our gardens in winter, we're giving nature the time it needs to work its magic. Those natural amendments we talked about, they need time to break down and release their nutrients into the soil. And those beneficial microbes, they need time to multiply and create a thriving ecosystem. Trust me, the rewards of a well-prepped winter garden are well worth the wait. All right, garden detectives, remember that soil test we talked about? No need to be intimidated. It's not as scary as it sounds. Think of it as a checkup for your soil, like a visit to the doctor, but way less expensive, and you don't have to wait weeks for an appointment. You can find these handy kits at your local garden center or online. They usually come with simple instructions and everything you need to collect a soil sample. We're basically playing scientist in the garden, but without the crazy hair and bubbling beakers. Once you've got your kit, find a few different spots in your garden and collect a small amount of soil from each. Mix it all together in a bucket, and voila, you've got your sample ready to send off to the lab. First up on our soil report card, pH. This little guy tells us whether our soil is acidic, alkaline, or perfectly balanced, like a Zen garden. Think of it like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. We want to find the just right zone for our plants to thrive. Most veggies and flowers prefer a slightly acidic to neutral pH, somewhere between 6.0 and 7.0. Now, if your soil is feeling a little too acidic, below 6.0, don't worry. We can sweeten things up a bit by adding some lime. And if it's leaning towards the alkaline side, above 7.0, a little bit of sulfur will bring it back down to earth. It's all about finding that perfect balance, just like in life, right? So check your soil's pH and make those little adjustments as needed. Next up on our soil adventure, organic matter. This is the good stuff, the bread and butter of healthy soil. Think of it like a delicious buffet for those beneficial microbes we talked about earlier. They can't resist a good spread of decomposing leaves, compost, and other organic goodies. Ideally, we're aiming for a solid 5% or more. Adding compost is like giving your soil a superfood smoothie. It's packed with nutrients, improves drainage, and helps your soil hold on to moisture like a champ. Remember, a well-fed soil is a happy soil, and a happy soil means happy plants. All right, fellow gardeners, now that we've cracked the code on our soil tests, it's time to talk about giving our gardens the good stuff. And no, I'm not talking about those chemical-laden fertilizers you find at the store. We're going au naturel, folks. Mother Nature has provided us with a pantry full of amazing ingredients to nourish our soil and supercharge our plants. Think of it like this. We wouldn't survive on just bread and water, right? We need a variety of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients to thrive. Our plants are the same way. They crave a diverse diet of natural goodies to grow big, strong, and oh so delicious. So let's ditch those synthetic shortcuts and explore the wonderful world of natural soil amendments. First up on our natural amendment adventure, compost. This magical concoction is often called black gold for a reason. It's like a nutrient-packed multivitamin for your soil. And the best part? You can easily make it at home with kitchen scraps and yard waste. When these materials break down together, they create a rich, earthy goodness that's like a 5-star restaurant for those beneficial microbes we talked about earlier. Adding compost to your garden is like giving it a superfood smoothie. It improves soil structure, helps with drainage, and provides a slow, steady release of nutrients that your plants will absolutely love. Plus, it's a fantastic way to reduce waste and give back to the environment. Now, compost is fantastic, but let's not forget about some other all-star players in the natural amendment game. Aged manure, for instance, is like nature's slow-release fertilizer. Just make sure it's well-aged, like a fine wine, to avoid burning those precious plant roots. Next up, we've got bone meal, a fantastic source of phosphorus, which is essential for strong root development and those beautiful blooms we all love. And finally, let's not forget about rock phosphate, a natural source of, you guessed it, phosphorus. This slow-release wonder is like a long, satisfying sip of nutrients for your plants. Remember, just like with any good recipe, it's all about balance. Too much of a good thing can be a bad thing, so always follow the recommended application rates for your specific soil type and plants. All right, green thumbs, get ready to be amazed by the incredible power of cover crops. These gardening superheroes are like nature's own green blankets, protecting and nourishing your soil all winter long. They're like that cozy sweater you snuggle up in on a chilly evening, but for your garden beds. Now you might be thinking, more plants? But it's winter? Shouldn't things be resting? Well, that's the beauty of cover crops. These tough cookies are cold hardy and thrive in the cooler months when our summer veggies and flowers are taking a well-deserved break. So, get ready to unleash the power of cover crops and watch your garden transform into a thriving ecosystem, bursting with life and vitality. Now that you're all fired up about cover crops, let's get these green superheroes working in your garden. It's easier than you might think. Timing is key. Sow your seeds after harvesting summer crops, but before the ground freezes. This gives seeds a chance to germinate before winter. Next, choose your champions. Different cover crops have unique superpowers. Legumes like clover and vetch fix nitrogen, making it available for future plants. Cereals like oats and rye prevent erosion with their root systems. Research, choose the right cover crops, and plant those seeds. You'll be amazed by the results come springtime. Okay, fellow gardeners, we've prepped our soil, fed our microbes, and planted our cover crops. Now, it's time to tuck our gardens in for winter with a cozy blanket of mulch. Think of it like giving your garden beds a big, warm hug. Mulch is like the ultimate protector, shielding your soil from winter's harsh elements. It's like a superhero cape, deflecting those icy winds, preventing erosion from heavy rains, and keeping those precious soil temperatures nice and stable. No more freeze-thaw cycles wreaking havoc on your garden. But wait, there's more. Mulch isn't just about protection, it's also about nourishment. As it breaks down over time, it adds valuable organic matter to your soil, just like a slow-release fertilizer. Now, when it comes to mulch, we're spoiled for choice. Mother Nature provides us with a smorgasbord of options, each with its unique benefits and personality. It's like choosing the perfect outfit for your garden beds. First up, we have the classics, straw and shredded leaves. These readily available options are like the comfortable jeans and t-shirts of the mulch world. They're affordable, easy to work with, and do a fantastic job of insulating your soil and preventing weed growth. If you're feeling a bit fancier, wood chips are a great option. They're like the stylish leather jacket of mulches, adding a touch of elegance to your garden while providing long-lasting protection. So explore your options, consider your garden's needs, and choose the mulch that's right for you. Well, there you have it. Green thumbs. We've covered a lot of ground today, from soil testing to cover crops to cozy mulch. But the most important takeaway is this: winter is not the time to neglect our gardens. It's the time to set the stage for a truly spectacular spring. By embracing the power of organic winter prep, we're not just growing plants, we're nurturing life, creating a haven for beneficial creatures, and ensuring a healthier planet for generations to come. Plus, there's something incredibly satisfying about harvesting those first juicy tomatoes, knowing you've played a part in every step of their journey, from soil to seed to table. So, as you bundle up this winter, remember that beneath the surface, a symphony of life is waiting to unfold in your garden. And it all starts with you. Happy gardening, everyone, and I'll see you in the spring.